Very rarely one gets to work in an industry which is a sunrise industry. Let me explain this term. As our CEO says, it's an industry which will grow whatever may happen. It is bound to grow. First thing, why it is bound to grow? Because it makes people's life easier and simple. So now coming to the point, what is all this fintech around it? So, and there I would quote my dad very simply, that he says that some years ago, people would sit on the chauraha and do a time pass. Nowadays, they sit on online platforms and do a time pass. So the platforms have changed. So if I go 20 years ago, when you called something a national infrastructure, it would mean a road, a bridge, and highway. Today, when I look at national infrastructure, that's not just a road bridge, but digital infrastructure itself a national infrastructure. So don't think fintech as just a mode of payment or just as a mode of living, but it is the entire way the society operates. The scope in the fintech industry is massive. So anything which is a multiple becomes very powerful. In case of fintech, there are two multiples. First is, if you believe in the India growth story, then the Indian economy is itself going to grow drastically. So that's an upward going trajectory. That multiplied by people using more and more of digital payments. End of the day, using a cash is a cost. Keeping a cash is a cost. Taking it out, putting it in, making a payment, carrying a cash, everything is a cost. So you have two things which is making this scale even further. First multiplier is the India growth story. The second is more and more people using digital currency. Both multiplied together is the scope of fintech. And now a third multiple comes into place, is that what are the other vast layers, value-added services layers, that the companies and the fintechs and the innovations that will happen, and that would add to it. So three multiples coming together, it's a massive story of growth. So in my career, spread over 13 years, I have been doing sales. I have grown from the level of an ASN, which is the starting level of sales post XLRI, to today as the national sales head. In these 13 years, the couple of things that has helped me drastically. First one is make it simple, simple does it. In fact, this is a Ladakhi song. So in Ladakh, everything is very difficult to do. So they made a song, make it simple, simple does it. And today I find that that mantra is very powerful in nature. The second thing that guides me is a very well-known military personnel, Genghis Khan. In the history of mankind, he is one of the most successful conqueror rather. And he used to tell his army that army should have very clear vision. So if his army is ready for war, they would have a stone pillar with only one word written. That would be the action element for that word. That could be fire, kill, anything. And that stone would be taken across the whole army. So my mantra is very simple. Make it simple, make it clear and concise. And the last one which I have realized once I've entered the management of things. Management needs to focus less on forecasting and more on adaptability. These three things really help me. So a lot of time is spent in forecasting things rather than building asset for adaptability. So all these three, I believe, is something that helps me grow up every day and night. And the fourth one, always I keep saying, keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. In last 13 years, when I was doing sales in different companies, what I have realized that sales itself is innovating a lot. When I started my career, it was more like a distributor management and more like how many stores you visit, how many products you sell in each store. Simple maths lent into breadth. Very simple school maths. Then eventually came the idea of width. That how many stores you visit, how many products you sell, and within those products, how many units do you sell. So that became lent into breadth into width. But eventually now in the new era, now comes the complexities where you are working on partner managements also. So you are going to the same merchant, I am going to the same merchant, a third party is going to the same merchant. How well these three are working together to get that merchant lead. So the whole cost optimization comes into sales very critically. So that is the new innovation in sales, where partner management and partnerships have become very important. The other aspect is now the omni-channel presence of sales. No sales starts at a store. So how do you leverage that very important thing and bring these all three plus the partner management now on the omni-channel base? How do you generate a lead online and close it online? And how do you use digital to get more leads? And how do you do all those associate marketing with partners? So both omni-channel and the partner management becomes very important for the kids to understand when they are learning about sales. I believed in a lot of things which I don't believe. Like I used to believe that everything could be changed in a flick of a second. Now I believe that if something has to be changed, it has to be methodically planned very clearly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps written down, and then you conquer each of the steps. When I was in Excel, I used to believe that a 5-year plan is something which is most important. Now I believe that a 5-hour plan is the most important thing to crack. Once you have cracked the first 5 hours, then you will go to the next 5 hours, then next 5 hours. So it's a constant learning and unlearning process, for example, for me very clearly. And I believe you can't learn without unlearning actually. Success mantra is something that varies from your background a lot. What is a success mantra for me may not work for you, because by design, each one of us are different. Even your sibling is different from you. But when it comes to me, I am very clear one thing. You prepare, and you prepare hard at peacetime, so that when war comes, you are completely prepared without any preparation. So I strongly believe in preparing before the disaster, before the war day, before the tough day comes. So don't take a day as a peace day. Every peace day is a preparation day. And that mantra has helped me grow in my career at a good pace.